Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. Today is part of our ongoing Twilight 2000 saga of the Tales of the Free Krakow Coalition. But today we're going to do an interlude. So it's probably best if I let our player Kasha introduce the interlude, or what we're going to do in this one. We'll probably have two interludes. This will be a one of two, and because Kasha will tell us what happened last time, I think, and then she will tell us what order she gave to the two teams that are going out, leaving the sanctum of Krakow and going out into the wilderness. So this is going to be kind of like a wilderness hex crawl episode, and we'll generate things randomly, and we'll keep track of fuel and all that kind of lovely stuff. All right, Kasha, you ready?
I am ready, but I cannot talk about the last episode because that is happening concurrent with this.
All right, well, then you just talk about, oh, that's true, because of the schedule. All right, well, you can talk about the meeting that Kasha had with Volkov and Reed and other principals in that detachment, probably Liam as well.
Yes.
And I don't know who else was going with Reed, probably Garcia, right? Reed and Garcia.
Yes. Well, this would be the night of day 81, which would have been October 8th. We would have already been in Krakow 67 days from the time that we left the initial battle.
Mm-hmm.
She would have had everybody, well, not just she. It would have been Florian and the whole Free Krakow Coalition would have met at the airport. And we would have had one of our planning meetings where we dish out what is going on. So this would be the Northern campaign. So the Northern campaign is made up of the two teams. Team 1 will be Volkov and 7 of his men in the BTR. We have already fully stocked it. Guns are all set and ready, shiny, brand new, filled to the tank with 10 white phosphorus grenades. He may or may not have some grenades of his own. What Kasha does not see is probably okay. They each have an AK-74 fully loaded with an extra magazine, plus their own personal guns that they usually take. So that will be the BTR. Then they're also taking the M113 and their crew. And that consists of Anna, Signe, who will be driving, Aubrey, and Liam. And it is also fully stocked, loaded up and everything. I forgot to mention in the BTR that they have it loaded up with 250 organic compounds. That will come into play later.
Yeah, so foodstuffs and or organic material for what's in the M113.
Well, in the M113 is going to have Anna, Signe, Aubrey, and Liam. We already talked about that. Signe is driving. Volkov has one of his men driving. It has 10 grenades, white phosphorus, and it also is carrying a mortar with 10 shells of HE rounds. They also have regular grenades, and those grenades are 5 that are compressive and 5 that are anti-tank. But they also have the 50-liter still, which is why we have the organic compounds in the BTR, because the BTR has a range of 140 kilometers before it needs to be refueled, and the M113 110 kilometers before it needs to be refueled. And they are tasked with 2 things. 1, we need recon on the Russian 20th. We know they have been causing some problems. The general even said that they have gotten into a tussle with them. But the group that Kasha, Ren, Dmitry, Hicks, Diaz, and the rest of them with Rupert went to see have also told us the same thing, that they ranged down into the area that they were. But we also want them to go meet with the leaders at the castle, which is near Polotsk. I cannot pronounce the name, but it's up where this little green marker is up here. There is a castle. And Kasha and the Free Krakow Coalition are still on a mission to make allies. So we'd like to make allies. If not, we need the recon. in which to, shall we say, permanently sleep our problem. So they are tasked with day 82, October 9th at 4 a.m. They will be leaving out from the airport and heading to the castle.
Okay. And let's see, what is it? Wukash. Oh no, that's Luke. Alkush. Alkush. So SZ is a sh sound. Alkush. And the other one.
Oh, I forgot to mention the team leader for this mission will be Maxim Volkov. As I believe he is the most high-ranking officer. Or it's just Okasha has put in charge.
So Oshkov would be Alkush and Oshkov. Is how you pronounce those two little places you see on the map. And I will try to have a pronunciation guide out if we need to pronounce more things. Right. So, okay. Well, again, you can read there actually that early in the morning the northern team takes off, as Amy described in her Kasha voice, and the other team will get to the interlude for that the next time. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head kind of right just directly through through this pass area and try to make it to Alkush, which is 30 kilometers away. We looked up ahead of time that the M113 and the BTR both have an overland travel of 6, and we noted the fuel consumption. They're fully stocked and loaded, and they take off. So I don't know, did I give you, I don't know if you want to be up. It's probably better if I move them, huh?
Probably. But right now it's just the BTR and the M113.
Yeah, right. I'm just checking to see. All right. All right, so I'm going to move them through the first hex. Try to separate them a little bit. So this is like, if you're moving your little chits on like a battle map in one of those GMT or Avalon Hill war games. All right. So you start out, you move through there outside of Krakow. Maybe you pass the farm on the way. Correct?
Yes. That is most likely where they picked up the organic compounds.
Oh yeah, probably where they picked up the organic compounds. Good call. And then I think what we're going to do, so roll me first, Amy. Roll me a D6. Please.
8-3.
Okay. All right, that's interesting.
I'm not so certain that interesting is the word I'd like to hear from you.
Okay.
After all, Volkov is trying to change his personality.
Okay. All right. And then you keep going.
Yes.
And I will describe what you're traveling through. So here, where this says Oshkov, what it is it's a national park about 20 kilometers north of Krakow. I guess it's Krakow. A small park, the Pradnik, a small river, the Pradnik, threads through a small mountain valley, which opens into a deep ravine surrounded by deep woods, sheer slopes, and a jumbled terrain of heavily eroded Krakowian Jura. The White Valley gorges are carved from Jurassic limestone. Spires, pinnacles, needles, and other rock formations are the openings of several hundred caves. But there seems to be nothing going on as you guys pass through here.
I think
And
that makes Volkov a little bit more unnerved.
right. So
Very
as
hard
you
to do a Russian accent with a male voice.
don't worry about it. Yeah. And yeah, see, it's pretty this early in this morning, you don't really run into anything. However, about 3 hours in, as you're going through the forest and you're approaching where this self-styled Baron of Oshkov lives, his residence. It's this castle. It's actually a 14th century castle called here. And I think I might change it. I'm changing it a little bit. But yeah, it's an old ruin of a castle, but the rumors have it that it has been since fortified.
Oh, did you show a picture?
No, I'm going to.
Okay.
So here's what it kind of
There
looks
it is.
like. But you can imagine it's like the front of it. It's probably fortified, and some places are more intact than others. But it's Robshitzen, however you pronounce that. Robshitzen, Rob, it's Alkush, Robstin Castle. All right. So I will have probably Liam and Volkov will probably the spotters give me a recon roll. Who do you want to roll for? You roll for Volkov, I'll roll for Liam.
Yeah, because I don't have Liam up.
Okay.
So recon?
Yes.
He would like to push.
I would like to push also. Nice. Give them
At
stress.
least he got a 6.
Yeah. Liam doesn't see anything. I guess Volkov's in the lead.
Yes.
Yep. I don't think he has any.
He will radio back to Liam and say, don't worry. Kasha will tell you my big head's in the way.
Yep. All right. So Volkov, you probably hear as you're approaching this sort of the latest valley in the series of valleys and gorges, you do hear a single shot ring out from a rifle over the sound of the BTR motor. So it's up to you if you wish to explore or see what's going on.
I think Volkov would say, let's pull over to the side. We're supposed to be on a peace mission. I in quotes peace mission.
Right.
And he would put his armor on and grab his AK-74, and he would probably see if he can't peek out the top. Is there a top hatch on the BTR, or is it only from the back and the side? Might only be from the side. He'll get out but take cover.
Okay.
And look. And he would inform the M113 to do the same, and I'm assuming Signy would probably.
Who does he want to take to explore? Signa?
Signa.
Just the two of them, or are you going to take anyone else?
Well, I mean, they're gonna go in the lead.
Okay.
His men would probably protect, and then Aubrey can start setting up the. Well, no, he doesn't really have to set up the mortar yet. But Liam and Anna could probably tail a little bit behind.
Okay. All right. So Liam and so Signa, no, Aubrey and Volkov's men are staying with the vehicles, and then Volkov, yes. Anna, Liam, and Signa are going.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then I guess give me a second recon then for those folks. do you want me to roll for him? Liam, I had
probably
Liam.
you want me to roll for Signy too?
Yeah,
Volkov and Signy. Okay, so here's Volkov.
there's Liam.
Volkov
Okay,
got a
Liam.
10.
All right,
Signy. Signy's really bad at
that's
recon.
crazy.
She's gonna push.
I mean, Volkov got it, so
There we go.
okay.
But she
Yeah.
pushed and got it.
All right. I don't need to roll for Anna then, right?
I don't think so. Unless you think that we need more.
I don't think so.
Got a
I mean, he
10
got
and
a
a
10.
9.
Got a 10.
And Liam is 7. And Signy got a 9.
Oh well. I'll just roll it for posterity.
She also got it.
Yeah. She got
Everyone
a
is on their
6.
toes.
Yeah, everyone. So Volkov sees it first, but the
Mhm.
rest of you see like a group of 3 hunters, and they've just seemed to have killed a moose. And they're dressing it. They're carving up the carcass right now. And I will see if they see you guys. And recon is based on what intelligence?
Recon is intelligence, yes.
So
Volkov, if you'll let him, would like to. He's not brandishing a gun, but he would like to wave at the hunters and ask if they need help.
well, you guys see them first. Only one has a rifle. The others have um the others have like are carving up the carcass. They probably don't have weapons other than their melee weapons. So Volkov says hi.
He's going to go up and say hello. I don't mean to startle you, just wanted to offer any assistance. We are on our way to the castle to meet with the Baron if possible.
All right. They look like they're civilians. And let's see. We will do this randomly again. Does the Oracle tell us? Yeah. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I keep saying interesting. Well, that's cool.
That's a king, not a baron.
Huh?
That's a king, not a baron.
No, I know.
Does he need to roll persuasion or anything?
Yes, roll persuasion. Oh, very nice.
Got a 10.
It says, the guy says in Polish, you look Russian, but you don't look like a marauder
No,
like
sir,
those
not
other
a
ones.
marauder. I am very proud to say that I am not a marauder.
Okay,
Matter
so
of fact, my group and I would love to make the place a little bit safer for everybody, and I heard that your Baron is at the castle, or where might he be residing? If you don't mind me asking.
when you mention the Baron, alas, we go with what the guards dictate. As you mentioned the Baron, the guy with the rifle aims it at Volkov.
Whoa, why are you
And he says,
aiming
"You are
at
no."
me?
He says, "You are. That is not my Baron. These are free lands." I guess the others are where? What are the others doing? We get back to.
I'm assuming they're kind of like right there, maybe a little bit back. But if they pulled a gun on him, they would train their guns on him.
Okay, let's roll initiative. See what happens.
Cards.
Right. Or we could roll a d10 for everyone too. You know that?
Let's roll
Oh no. Actually, that's right. I'll get out a civilian. I'm sure I have a civilian somewhere. Oh, yeah, see someone. Right.
I think Volkov would continue to say, wait, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, we gotta. Come on. I can't spell. What's the problem?
I thought we just put cards out.
I know, but I can draw them. I I gotta go. Where were they? There's a bunch here. I can grab like a civilian token here. Put it down and change the name, of course. All right, you guys made your recon and beat them pretty well. So Volkov could have gotten as close as he wanted to out of the tree line.
I mean, I would think that he was close enough to speak with him.
Like I said, there's four of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's three of them. So that is no, three of them. Shoot, not four. And only one has the rifle.
Well,
Okay.
he's in front of him, but it will not let me put his token in front of him.
Yeah, you have so Anna, Liam.
They would be back behind him.
Yeah. Something like this.
Yeah, but I can't.
It's fine. I mean, you have to use Alt to, because I didn't
Alt?
quite. Yeah, if you use Alt and then you drop them where you want to drop them and release Alt, then you'll be fine to do that.
Nope.
Okay, it's fine. I mean, it's just relative.
I mean, that's. I'm trying to put him there. Is he gonna stay? Oh, finally he's staying there. Signy would.
I did
I mean,
select
they
everyone.
would. Liam, Signy, and Anna would have drawn their gun when he drew his, but
Right, that's fine.
Volkov is not drawing his gun. He's simply putting his hand out to him.
Why is it not? Okay, I'll do that. Doesn't think that these
Listeners
are.
can
It
take this
doesn't think that these
opportunity.
are. Doesn't think that these are player tokens. Sorry. You got to add them all to the tracker here very quickly. And then try to deal. Oh, look at that. Oh man, you guys totally got the drop on them.
Well, I would think Anna would trade with Liam or with
Well,
Volkov. Because he certainly does not want her shooting. I mean, as it is,
okay. You want to trade with Anna? Is that what you're saying?
Volkov with Anna. Yes.
Okay. So okay, what does Volkov want to do?
He wants to tell this guy, look, you're escalating a situation that doesn't need to be escalated. We simply are here to try and make peace and allies.
He's like, okay. Oh, he's not. He hasn't.
I have no wish to take your hunts. I have no wish to control you. I have no wish to take your lands. Simply trying to find out who's in charge, and I was told the Baron was. And if that's not true, then point me to where I need to go.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll this guy's empathy as a resistance to your 10, but you've already done it. Yeah, you already.
You
And
did
we'll
a
do
10.
it this way. 6. Okay, so you've done one stress to that guy. Let me do it this way. But you can roll again.
Persuasion again?
Yeah, persuasion or leadership again. Just try to talk him down. I'm using like the stress tracker as like you beat him in like a social combat,
Do
even
you
though it's
want
like
persuasion or command?
command. Well, it sounded more like a persuasive argument, but
Doesn't.
anyway.
That's his command.
Yeah. So he's saying it a bit forcefully. All
Mhm.
right. So it seems like he's definitely wavering and he's hesitant. So Signa, what does she want to do? So like as this one, the main hunter guy, and then the other two who just have like who kind of stopped cutting up the moose with their knives. They have like nearby, they have like makeshift spears. They probably have like their own homemade knives in their belts too.
She
Um,
has nothing in persuasion,
well,
nothing in persuasion, nothing in command, nothing in medical aid.
well, you know what? You can use if you want to try to scare them and not shoot them by shooting at their feet. We'll do that as damage to them, or I'll force them to make if you succeed on the shot
Well,
on the
Volkov
shooting.
would have told her to put her gun down.
Okay.
So she's gonna have to try with persuasion.
Okay.
She's not gonna go against what she was told.
Right.
She'll try to push.
Oh, this is stress for her.
Well, then she does nothing.
All right. She's a shooter, not a fighter. Okay. Oops. Liam, what would you like Liam to do? He probably has some.
If he
He has
has,
command.
so you need me to roll command?
I can
Uh,
roll for. You want to roll or do you want me to roll? It's a D10 and a D8.
A
If you don't want.
D10 and a D8.
Yeah. You're trying to talk these people down. It's a success. Okay.
Assuming he would
Oh,
say,
okay.
come
Well, the
on,
guy, the guy puts his gun down. He says, "But you cannot take our moose."
we have no desire to take your moose. We have food of our own. We were just trying simply to see if you needed any assistance.
Does it look like we need any assistance? Just do not tell the Baron that we are. He uses air quotes poaching on his land.
We don't need to tell him that you were poaching on his land because this is, in our opinion, none of our business. I am Volkov, by the way. I am with the Free Krakow Coalition. These are my men. We are simply here to try and gain allies.
All right. Well, you can kind of get to ask him questions and get information from these guys now that this situation is
Yeah.
peaceful.
So what happened that you're so angry about the Baron? Is the Baron Russian?
No, he's a rich man. So he says the rich man. I think I remember him from before the war. She says he kind of laughs. He says, uh, "The castle, the Spire of Hercules. Uh, it was
This is
is because it's an old 14th century. When Poland like ruled the land. So the guy's probably like somewhat educated. It was actually a museum.
yes, I have heard this from many people in Krakow.
This guy,
Does the Baron have a name?
yeah, his name is Franciszek Kowalczyk. I will.
And Volshik.
Yeah, well, Kowalczyk. We'll put it
Okay.
in the chat. Francis Kowalczyk, basically. He created as a fortress. His wife and family were killed. I heard probably, you know,
Because we were told this area was overrun by Russians. I understand I am Russian myself, but have you seen Russians around here? We were told the 20th from Russia is here. They are not protecting you?
he goes, no. We live in a small, you know, we live in the caves, actually. And they say we live in the caves.
It's probably a good place to be.
Yeah.
But you don't see any Russians running around here? We've heard rumors that they're everywhere in this area.
Let's see. Roll 2d6.
6 and a 3.
Because no, we've not seen. We've seen naught but scavengers.
Well, we
Because
thank you
people
for
like
your...
us.
Huh. Well, maybe the Baron will know if the 20th is bothering him. Well, we will most definitely make sure that we say nothing to the Baron. We saw nothing. And I appreciate your help.
Okay. You guys take off.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think they'll give you. There's 4 of you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a pleasant encounter. So the men cut enough meat, for a couple meals for the 4 of you.
Volkov would ask him, "Is that your only gun, sir?"
Says, yes, it's my rifle. Oh, well, definitely, like, if you guys have rounds, you probably brought different rounds to trade. So I'll give you that. I mean, it's like a, equivalent of a 30-06. So if you want to give them ammo, you definitely appreciate that. Or if you have any extra
Volkov
pistols.
Volkov was going to offer him his AK-74 and extra magazine.
Volkov's not. What about Volkov? You want to be out of a gun?
No, there's more in the BTR, and plus he has his own guns too. They just brought extras.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I guess you get to chatting with them, and he probably has. So there's 3 of them here. I guess we should give this guy a name. What would you say the most popular name in Poland was?
Sergey.
Sergey. His probably name is probably Sergey.
Well, in the 70s it was, but
yeah, it's probably right. Just an older man, he's probably was born and yeah, he probably was. Well, if he was, yeah, it's probably he lived through the 70s. Was he born in the 70s? Then he would be. Well, he's not. He would be 20 something, right? So yeah. Well, he introduced you to his son and his nephew. His son is named Sergey also because it's popular. And but he says that, yeah, there's like we try to keep it small, but now we have bringing this moose is providence. Now we have food, meat for the winter.
Well, if you find yourself needing help, come to Krakow. As for the Free Krakow Coalition, we'll be happy to help you.
Okay.
We have plenty of land there. It is safe. We are working towards making Poland what it was prior to the war, but changing the capital from Warsaw to Krakow.
Yeah. I would say Signa or Signa probably would probably tell Volkov that might be a good idea to give them an AK, but what if they decide to have us outgunned now or equally gunned?
You have an SVD, I'm certain you can beat him, honey.
Yeah, but I don't know. Why don't you just give them like ammo?
Because what would Kasha do? She would give them the gun and trust them.
Okay.
I am trying to be better, Signe. You can tell Kasha I tried.
Okay. Well, if I am keeping to my idea of rolling randomly for reactions and the like, then you've developed from someone who was wanting to shoot you, you talked him down well enough, and you didn't shoot back. So now you have a strong fellowship. What the 8 of hearts would indicate. Um, yeah, so that's why, like I said, he introduced himself. They definitely appreciate the ammo. They give you some more meat.
No, you need this. You need this for you. You have given us plenty, sir.
Okay, well, we need to give you something. So I guess
You have
he gives
given
you one. He
us.
gives you one of his you know, knives that he made. Let me look. I'm gonna look at these other places. I wonder.
Well, Volkov would tell him, I appreciate it, sir, but you have made those and those are good for you to trade. You should come to Krakow and trade for food.
Right? Because all you are too generous. He offers again.
No, no, you need to take care of your family first.
No, no, no. If you are giving me a weapon, I must give you something in return. It
Just
is
your
our way.
friendship.
It is our way. Oh, friendship.
Volkov will stick his hand out to shake it. He's like, that is what I require, if
Right.
you wish.
I think Volkov would know that if he offers a third time, he has to take the knife.
And then I will also tell you this. That is a wonderful knife.
So he
And
offers it a third time. As you
I
put out your hand, he puts the knife in. He shakes your hand and puts the knife in it.
Volkov will say, thank you. This is fine craftsmanship. You should come to Krakow with your wares.
Yeah, I want to do something. Here, hold on a second. So as the villager was saying, he tells you a little bit about the area. You asked about marauders and Soviet troops. He says that he has seen patrols. He says that there are survivors who live in and around Jaradov, and they've been harassing survivors around there. I
Around
guess
where?
around. So you guys are here, like here around Zyradov, Yuradov, and then they've ranged as far as Michov, and they say in Michov, it's a Soviet. They said that there used to be a lot of abandoned Soviet equipment, but scavengers have picked it clean. It says there is a town that was um, destroyed nearby, um, and yep. So and they kind of, I guess, they trade with Krakow actually. They got some
Yeah.
vehicles running and they've traded with Krakow, so it's nothing. And he says the Baron kind of keeps to himself. They don't patrol very much outside there. I guess they must have crops or something inside those walls, or I don't know how they get food. Truth be told, maybe they trade with the Marauders or with I
Possibly.
guess there's, like I said, farms there. Um, and this place here,
I can't even
that,
pronounce that.
yeah, I know that place. Can't
Orny?
pronounce it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, please.
Yeah, uh, yeah, they don't know much about that. That's kind of far from their range.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You've been so very helpful.
Okay.
Please bring your family to Krakow, if nothing else for the winter months, so you are safe.
Right. Okay. Well, they thank you, and you guys continue on your way.
Mhm.
That didn't take long. If you're keeping track, you have, you know, 8 rations of food. So extra. I mean, you have a lot of food, right, in the organic food stuffs.
And we've
So
used 30 off of the vehicles.
yeah, you use fuel from the
Once we get to
vehicles.
the castle. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yep. All right. So you continue on. It doesn't take very long to get to the castle. So how are you going to approach this?
Well, I mean, if is there a gate? Or is it just the castle? Trying,
Give me,
huh?
I guess we're using recon. I mean, you get there and you can look at it.
Okay, recon.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna push the D12.
Yeah. I'll give you basic information, but if you make recon, nope. It's got a stress then.
Um,
We can have everyone look
yeah.
up.
Volkov is used to Kasha, so he's usually stressed.
All right.
Signy has
Liam can get some intel.
okay. Signy has really bad recon, and
That's crazy.
Aubrey's is pretty crappy too.
Yeah.
So
Because so are we all gonna go, or Liam asked, are we all gonna go, or do
Liam,
we
why don't you just you and I go, and we'll have Signy. Um, Signy can go into a sniping position.
okay. Yep, so
She can be on top of the M113 in a sniping position.
yeah, so it's a definitely a fortress. There is like one, because we look at it. Right, there's like a drive up the hill towards it.
Mhm.
It's on that rock, and it's there's like the castle in the background on that hill, right? And then but it looks like he has stuff out in the front as well. And I guess Liam spots as you're looking probably through sights or whatever, he spots like guards. It looks like there's they roam the castle area. Um, that's a good question. Let's see.
Well, I think
Roll me.
Volkov.
Okay, I'll do this way. Uh, roll me another 2d6.
5 and a 4.
Okay, so you do spot some people, within sight of the castle, like scrounging around for stuff. Um,
Just like civilians.
yeah, it looks like, and then there's two guards with them with rifles, pretty well armed.
Pointed
And
at them or just out there with
no,
them?
just out there with them, and then they have dogs as well. You know, like guard dogs. It looks like
Okay.
just there, scavenging.
Well, Volkov would want to go approach the guard
Oh, you're gonna approach.
in the vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, on the vehicle. Oh, okay.
I'm assuming we're just still driving up to it, right?
So it's like a small party of people. they're searching for salvageable material, I guess, or just grabbing the organic material that's down there. They probably they don't have, they have like knives. They don't have weapons. And then the two guards, one of which has a dog with them, has they both have AKs, and they're scavenging outside the walls of the castle. The castle itself, Liam has spotted, and Signa, when she gets into a sniping position, has spotted at least over the main entrance. It looks like there's two guards on the walls that she can see.
Okay.
And
I'm
then,
assuming that there's windows in the BTR, right?
no.
No.
Mm-mm.
So the only way to communicate with him is to get out of the BTR.
Yeah, you have to open the hatch of the main gun.
Yeah, then he would open the hatch and say,
So you're gonna
"Guard."
drive down. Okay, you're gonna drive down there. Okay.
Well, up. I thought we're going up a hill.
Well, no, there. So like, there's a hill. That's where the castle is. But as you're approaching, you're coming out of like forested area. Um, they don't appear they don't appear to see you, but you see like a scout. I don't know, a foraging patrol, for lack of a better term. Um, Probably, like I said, about 10 civilians, and then the two guards, and they're scrounging or grabbing organics, I guess,
I
down on the
thought they
bottom
were
of the
up.
hill.
I
No, they're
thought
not.
they were up at the castle because
No.
we want to head up to the castle, and when we get up there, he wants to talk to a guard.
Okay. So you're gonna drive, both the vehicles are gonna drive it to the castle. You're gonna leave Signa like in a sniping position just in case.
She's in her sniping position just in case.
All right, and you're taking, and both vehicles are going, or just the Volkov's vehicle?
I'm assuming just Volkov for right now because if Signy is sniping, Aubrey can always get out and quickly put the mortar together if needed.
Okay.
But I mean, if they're able to talk to the guard, they can wave them up. I mean, they don't need to leave the vehicle unless there's a reason to.
Yeah. Okay. So Signa's got Overwatch on Volkov, and Anna, Liam, and Aubrey are in the vehicle still.
Mm-hmm.
Anna maybe is on the gun. Yeah. Okay. And Anna's driving, right? No. She's a good driver.
Anna's okay. Aubrey is the red leg, so he's probably on the gun.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Anna's a demo person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you drive up there. You see those people down there. Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna drive up as close to the gate as possible and try and get the attention of the guards.
Okay. All right. So they see you coming, and then one of the guards calls out on the walls, I guess, calls out on a like a bullhorn,
Mm-hmm.
and he says in Polish, "Stop there," and he has you stop about 20 meters from the gate.
Okay.
Um,
Volkov would open the hatch and yell back or use his speaker off of the BTR and say, "We just would like to speak with the Baron about possibly an alliance. We mean no harm. Can we parley?"
they say, "Who are you? We already have an alliance. We already paid. We've already, you know, paid our taxes."
I am not asking you to pay taxes. I'm with
Or
the Free
tribute. I think you
Krakow
say tribute.
Coalition.
You say
Huh?
tribute. You'd say tribute. We've already paid our tribute.
No, we're not asking for a tribute. If you let me speak to a representative, we don't even need to enter the castle. Just if I can speak with somebody.
All right, so this is definitely will call for a roll a persuade or command. Oh, okay.
Wolf is adamant.
All right, so the gate opens and a
Can the
couple more.
Can the M113 follow him?
I don't. You think you want the M113 to come up? You haven't told them about the M113. That could scare
No,
them.
but I'm saying that they can still kind of see what's going, right?
Yeah, they can all see
Yeah.
what's going on.
All right, we would go in.
No, well, they're still outside the castle.
Yeah.
The gate's opening and some people are coming out.
Okay. Volkov would disembark with two of his men. Obviously, they would have guns, but they'd be shouldered and they wouldn't be presenting them.
Okay. They probably have them. They probably wouldn't have them. You want them shouldered, or you want them like down and like in resting position.
Just shouldered. I mean,
Okay.
I'm assuming they're coming out with them shouldered as well. So,
No, they're not shouldered, but they're like in, not pointing at you, obviously, but
yeah.
at the ready, but pointed down.
Well, we
I
don't
guess I'm
even
calling
want to
that.
be, we don't even want to give the impression that we want to shoot anyone.
All right. So with that many successes, uh, so another couple. So there's still two guards up there on the walls. Um, you see one man leading another German Shepherd, and um, there's a man who is not well. They're not really dressed in a uniform. These guys, they're all different, wearing different clothes. They all have a patch on their sewn on their shoulder, and it's like a stylized version of the castle. Or actually, I don't know. Would it be? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like a coat of arms, but
Okay.
it's like say a castle, uh, like a white castle on a, it's funny, like a white castle that sort of looks like the castle, this one here, and it's on a red background, and it has like just like a line at the bottom. Anyway, so and then there's one guy who's coming out, and he look. I mean, the clothing would be, it's like older and probably a little worn, but it's like nice clothing, and he's
Okay.
coming out with them. So there's one guy with the dog, three other guys with guns, guards that have that patch, and then this other man is coming out, and he says, you're not the Soviets from the 20th Guards Tank Division.
No, I would love to know where they're at, but I'm here to speak with the Baron about a peace alliance with Krakow.
Krakow actually cares now.
Well, I'm with the Free Krakow Coalition when we are regaining Krakow back to being a good and decent place to live. And we have already started gaining alliances up and down the Vistula from Warsaw to Krakow. We're working on Silius. We would like peace in the lands again, trading and the ability to raise our families.
This man says, I feel it will be a hard winter.
Do you not have
We
any
are holding
food?
up. We have plenty of food. We are holding up. Maybe in the spring we can entertain this alliance and trade. We may have, well, he
I
leaves it
think
hanging, but
I think you misunderstand what I mean by alliance. Basically, we are taking the idea of what used to be NATO. We are not NATO. They kind of caused a couple of problems here. Those will be worked out. But basically, if your town is attacked, it is as if they've attacked Krakow. We will send help. If you need food, we will send help. If we need food, you will send help. It is an alliance like that. It is not anything that you need to do anything right now. And to prove that we want an alliance, tell me why you were upset about the 20th. Because we were told they are harassing people and we would like to speak with them and either get them to come to Krakow and surrender themselves or take care of the problem. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Kapitan Maximin Volkov of the Free Krakow Coalition.
You are Russian.
I am Russian, not Soviet. Can't stand Soviets. They caused a lot of problems. They conscripted me into the army. They sent me to Afghanos. So many reasons why I do not want to be considered Soviet. But now, as my friend Kasha would say, we are all of the same race. We are all survivors in our own way, and now we were all Polish. And he'll extend his hand out to shake.
Yeah, the man shakes him. Because I guess Krakow is well armed. He looks at the BTR.
We are just a scouting group. There's much more than what you see here. We can protect. Ideally, we would like to move out the borders of Krakow and encompass more so we can protect more people. In a perfect world, we could let our children play outside again without having to worry about them running on a mine or a marauder shooting them. But first things first, we've got to take care of problems as we see them.
Because, well, we definitely have a problem, and a mutual one. Is
The
it
20th? Or with marauders?
They are one and the same.
I see.
We gave. I'm sure they will come back. Some groups will come back.
From the 20th? Where are they now?
Because I believe their headquarters is this place.
The place that no one can say?
Yeah. Shizetko
Shiznatsky?
Kochini.
Let's see. When was the last time they were here?
That's a good question. What's the date?
Today is the 9th.
Yeah, October, right?
Yes.
They came here at the beginning of October, maybe 8 days ago. I'm sure they're going to come again in a few days.
Okay. If we don't convince them to stand down first, correct?
You want to fight them?
Like I said, we are more than what you might think. And if you are entering into an alliance with us, they attack you, it is as if they attacked us. But
because we really can't. We gave what they could, but my concern, of course, is that they will take everything and leave us with nothing.
If I told you I would not,
we will fight and defend ourselves. But I have but a handful of men and women, and so a few families who have come here to, for protection.
I understand. But if you are willing to accept an alliance and friendship with Krakow, and now we know where they are going to be, we can better recon in that area, find out how many of their troops are left, and maybe solve the problem before it becomes another one.
Because I think there are many, there are legion, but I have some observations, perhaps.
I would like to hear them.
Are you staying or going? Are you moving on, or do you wish to stay?
Wish to stay with you?
I mean, it's only been like 3 hours, maybe a little more than 3 hours because you kind of stopped and had that encounter here.
I mean, if I can bring up my other friends in the M113, do you have radio signal that can get to Krakow?
Probably.
Then we can discuss this and I can radio our base and see what is going to happen. Because like I said, you're only seeing a very small portion of what we can bring to the table.
You kind of call the M113 up.
Yes.
All right. So it kind of comes up. They're like impressed.
They're what?
They're like they're looking and they're impressed.
Yes.
Of course, Signa is you have them get Signa too, or she can
Yeah.
stay outside. Okay.
No, she would have come in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she, of course, is suspicious. You probably count Volkov about a dozen armed men and women,
Simply not enough for this area.
maybe double that in civilians, and then they have like several dogs as well.
Well, about how many when they come to, shall we say, collect their tribute, come up to attack you?
Mhm, mhm. Oh, I should look. So he says,
Because the Legion seems like a very large amount of troops to send to a small castle. No offense to your castle.
hey, I know they have what. Here we go. What is that? Okay. And they came in a BMP 1.
BMP 1?
Yes.
Okay. So that's about
And they had a
maybe.
and they had a truck. We filled their truck with stuff. We saw, uh, you know, he let you guys. They have running water if you guys want to from a well. They have generators in here.
Yeah.
You're
Well, he
asking, of course,
definitely wants
question.
he wants to call back to the Free Krakow Coalition.
Okay, yeah, give me a tech roll. Whoever is your best tech person.
Anna.
It might be Anna. Yeah.
Let me pull her up. I gotta figure out where she is. There she is. And
Oh, did you roll? Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you contact your people.
yes. Because by now the FKO is back, or FKC is back at home base.
Mhm.
And he would radio in and he would say, Kasha.
Well, no, they wouldn't be at home base yet. They would be meeting right now. They probably would be meeting that group,
Okay.
or not even. They'd probably be heading out. Remember, she had that meeting with Henrik.
Well, it was about 7 a.m. when we got to the castle. We've been talking for a couple of hours, so it's probably about 9 a.m.
No, so let's see. You know, well, you can call them later, so we can figure that. So you guys are probably from here. Nope. Is that right? This is so weird. The airport's like there. Okay. So it'd taking you like 3 hours, give or take, to get up there. If you call them like a couple hours later, uh, would they be? And you guys left really early, right? So say
4
it's six.
a.m.
Well, you got up at 4. You probably left at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, got there around 9. So it's 11 now. So caution them are on their way out to meet the group at noon.
Okay.
So they're in their vehicles. Or you can call headquarters.
Just call the headquarters.
Okay. So we want you can they can send word to like Dimitri and the general and stuff. Right.
Yes.
So it's probably like Wilkinson and the like are there.
Yeah. It'll probably be like Wilkinson, can or Tops,
Tops, yeah.
can you get a note to Kasia when she gets back and let them know it's approximately a legion with the 20th. He give him
I
the
don't know.
name of
What
the
is it,
city.
like 500?
5,000 to 6,000 is a legion, which seems like a very large number because there's no way the 20th was ever that large. So we probably have to look into that, but they're getting, shall we say, tributes, but they're coming in like a BMP-1, which is basically mid-Soviet times in a truck. So they're not very well supported in what they have, but it's supposed to be the tank division. But they're not saying a lot about tanks. So I am wondering what we can do to help protect and fortify this castle. Or do we want to send the hind up? Except I don't know that he would say the hind. I'm sure he has a nickname for the hind, you know?
Right.
He'd probably say something about like sending the girl up.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Or do we want to send the girl to recon? It is their choice, but I think we might at least spend the night here so
Okay.
that I can get more information.
Because we cannot spare food. I hope you have your own.
We have plenty of food for ourselves.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we probably have enough that we can share with you. And we don't even have to sleep in rooms. We can stay in the vehicles we're in. No big deal.
Mhm.
We just ask that we can set our sill up so that we can produce fuel to top off on our way home.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
certainly. They let you stay and whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, he would say that, and then he would say, "Are you certain it's basically a legion over there? Because how far would it be from where we are to like a high point that we could get our eyes on that headquarters?"
Well, that would be like you're here. Oh, to try to get to there, you drive cross country another 30 kilometers,
Okay.
like half a shift.
So we might consider doing that early evening.
Okay.
He will ask the Baron, do you ever see just a few of them out patrolling in the area or reconning
Yes,
you?
they came in like you said, they came with a truck and a BMP one.
Okay.
So they have some vehicles. If you point out that he's like, you know,
Just seems like the 20th Tank Division is not 5,000 strong anymore. I mean, it could have been at the beginning of the war, but not now. It's several years in, they've been attacked. I know we've taken some out.
Mhm.
So, I mean. Let's see. Do. Was one of the most powerful at one point in time.
What is that?
But at the most, it was ever made up of 350 tanks plus 100 other armored vehicles. And that would
Well,
have been.
they say they have tanks.
Have you seen any? Because
Because he says no, but they bragged that they had tanks.
I mean, it seems to me like they are embellishing the number of troops that they have and what they do have. But I think if we wait until about dusk or get into our position about dusk, maybe we can start looking. If possible, we could borrow one of the troops and ask them questions. It's always a possibility.
Right?
And he would have, in his radio transmission to Tops, told them that they were going to recon that area. So,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let me see what he can give, what information he can give you,
all right.
and then we can move on. I mean, he's definitely willing. Again, they're gonna come and try to take his food stores, and they filled the truck, and we had plenty, but we need it for the winter and stuff. And they came in a BMP-1, and they said that you can see how many people BMP-1 has.
BMP-1 is not as good as
What's that?
most of the 1980s. That'd be the most advanced.
Yeah, BMP can carry like 7 people plus the crew, so like 10 people. And then the truck, a couple drivers. Okay, so I guess you would know how many there were. Okay, so you said there were like, yeah, that makes sense. So there were a dozen people.
Did you stop it?
I don't know, I didn't stop it. It just kind of had a glitch. What did you last hear?
I was telling you about the BMP's gun being inaccurate.
Right. Okay. So he tells you that there are probably like a dozen folks. So that would mean that a dozen marauders, we call them marauders, Soviet 20th marauders, and right. So like probably four in the truck, 2 people who help load and 2 people who in the cab, and then and as you're talking to the other guards here, and then you know, the rest, the other 8 people in the BMP. So at least three, well, 3 crew possibly for the BMP, maybe 2 if they just have a gunner and a driver, and 6 troops. So
Hmm. Okay. Well, we will do our definite best.
yeah,
So I think early evening we would start heading that direction.
the early evening the next day, or just
No, this night,
tonight. Okay, all right. So you're not staying. All right, I got
No,
it.
we're going out to recon that town.
Okay, and then they're gonna fall back to here if necessary.
Yes.
Okay, so you take a break here
Mm-hmm.
of several hours. That's cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Eat dinner, you know,
Hmm. And head out.
and
Okay.
head out. Because I think the scope on the BMP, because they're in a BMP-2, which is amphibious.
No, they're in a BMP-1. They said. I thought. Yeah, BMP-1.
No. Volkov,
Oh no, they're in a BTR.
BTR. Okay.
Right. So we're gonna go 1. So roll me a d6.
Okay.
Let's probably go down this way. Like that.
The 6. which
All
probably means we ran into somebody.
right. Okay. So I guess you're gonna, let me move this out of the way, but I feel like you're gonna go the path through the path of least resistance. If you're here where the K is, travel through the forest and then out into the open, right?
Yes,
This way.
but yeah, I mean, obviously, if there's cover, we'd like to take it if we can.
All right. Is everyone going, or are you leaving some people back to watch the still and all that?
Well, we would, I mean, he took 7 of his men. He would leave 2 of his men in town to watch the still.
Okay. And load it up so that by tomorrow you'll have like 50 liters of fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you going to try to get on the road? Or are you going to stay off road?
I mean, if we can go on the road, that'd be fine. I mean, we're in a BTR, which is a Russian vehicle, so
Right.
they shouldn't necessarily see us as a threat, but they
Okay.
probably will.
Well, that's cool. So then you're going to take 2 hexes of 2 hexes of off road and then half it, right? So then it's gonna be 16 and 12 now
Okay, so
as you go this
12
way.
and 16, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna top off before we leave out tomorrow, so,
right. Yeah, so
or as
you
soon as we get back, and then start another, another sill. Okay,
yeah, so you
I mean, we're fine right now, because we've used
yeah, one,
42
two,
and
three, 4,
46.
5. Yeah, you've used
42 and 46, yes.
no more than that.
No, you said it would be 30 to go from the base up to there, and then
30 kilometers, so that's times 3. For each 10 kilometers, it's that much fuel. So it'd be
so then it'd be 102
yeah,
and
so
106. That can't possibly be right.
it's 160 and 120. Because it's gonna be one
And we would have to, while they were meeting, I mean, the still was up, so we would have to top off immediately then. Because then by that, we would have used 90 out of the 110 and 90 out of the 140, just going from Krakow up to the castle.
no,
That's what
yes,
you just
that's
said.
that's correct.
So it'd be 112 used out of the BTR and 116, which puts the M113 at 0, which means we could not have taken off tonight without having refilled
No,
at least.
the capacity is 350 and 360.
Okay.
So you use 160.
Well, you're keeping track of it over there because
Yeah,
obviously I'm doing it wrong. So let's just get to what we're doing.
okay. All right. Yeah, you have like a range of 10 hexes before you have to like refuel. So you've only gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes, and now it's going to be cheaper. So you're increased your range as you drive this way. All right.
Well, now we're on a road.
Now you're on a road, and I'll say
And on the road, you said it's 12 and 16.
yes.
12 instead of 24 and 16 instead of 32.
Correct.
Okay, so now what's going on? I
Which is
rolled a
going
6.
right. So what was I? Heroes. All right, so you approach what appears to be a functioning farm, and there's people working out on the fields. But as you get closer, you can see that the workers are wearing shackles and mostly parts of uniforms, NATO uniforms, and some Soviet. And then there are roll recon check.
From who?
Uh, Volkov and whoever, I guess it's Volkov and Liam are the spotters, right?
Volkov is not super great at recon, but he got an 11,
Awesome.
and you have Liam. I only have Aubrey. I could try Aubrey, but Aubrey
No,
sucks.
so Liam gets a stress. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the lead vehicle sees what's going on. All right, so you see that there's 10 Marauders, or I mean 10 Marauders, but they look like they have the old uniforms of the Soviet, and I gotta roll something else too, which is cool. Well, they are
Are
close
these
to,
the 20th tank or
yeah,
just Soviets?
yeah, they're the 20th tank, but they're pretty close to.
Okay.
I need to. I gotta roll another dice, but I'll roll it. Okay. Huh. All right. It looks like as Volkov knows what the insignia. So it looks like they're a looks like there's 5 that have 9th Tank Division, you know,
Of the
markings, and
prisoners?
no, the guards,
Okay, 5 that are the 9th. Okay.
and 5 that are from the 20th.
Okay. He will stick his head out of the commanding area and say, who's in charge here?
Yeah. All right. So what do you want? What do you want the M113 to do?
Well, Volkov would have radioed back to them and said, look, act as if we have captured you.
But
And he would tell them there's 5 from the 9th and 5 from the 20th here. We just need one to take back with us. And the 9th is probably the better one to try it for, but we'll see what I can get. Because he's basically yelling out for who's in charge here.
okay, so like one let's see what the disposition is. They say ten of diamond. They say 10 of diamond.
What?
They go, that is a nice vehicle you have there. Who are you?
That is
I do
not
not.
what I asked you. I asked you who is in charge.
Give me a command roll. Oh wow. All right. Volkov channels inner goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. He kind of, because I did not recognize you. I know there are a lot of us, but I did not recognize you.
Maybe I need to get out and get a little closer so you can understand what I'm saying. One moment. And he'll get out with his
Okay.
gun on his shoulder and his pistol in his hand, and he'll go up and say, do I need to repeat myself again, young man?
'Cause I know the other ones look a little tense. Of course, they haven't raised their weapons yet. And that's a what do you want what do you want other people to be doing? What about your men, the 7 men in the back of the well, one probably mans the KPV, right? For
Right.
sure.
I mean, 2 would have gotten out and followed him out with
Okay.
the guns at the ready.
Okay.
And one of them would move the guns on the BTR aiming right at them.
Okay. And then what about so I guess
The M113 is holding, but Signy would probably crawl up on top of the M113 and get into a sniping position.
okay.
I'm assuming they're distracted enough that they wouldn't notice a woman climbing on top of an M113.
Well, the BTR is in the way, but I could roll well, despite. Oh, they got a D recon, so I'm going to be rolling one, a D8. All right, they are distracted. So
Okay.
Cigna's able to go up there.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem they've reacted. They're just kind of like, all right. So what's the plan here? I guess
Well,
what's
I
Volkov
mean,
going to do? Volkov's in command. I mean, literally in command right now. What does Volkov want to do? And everyone also just have to react to what he wants to do.
Volkov would like, there's 10 of them out there,
Yeah.
and he would tell them, you know what? I've lost 2 of my men, so pick one of you from the 9th and one of you from the 20th and get in the BTR because we've got to go to that castle and collect now.
Oh, good call. All right. Yeah, I mean, you got 3 successes, so I think they look at each other. They go, well, what do we tell
Tell who?
what do we tell the well, because they say they report to um they don't report to that guy. Like what do we tell our division? What do we tell Captain Makarov or Captain Gortner? Captain Gortner is a Zampolit, the political officer. He wants us to make sure the prisoners are well worked.
What am I going to tell him when you disobey a direct order, son, and I have to return you dead? Because after you, there's 9 more. Do you want to chance your luck? Shall we say play Russian roulette? Because that can take all but one bullet out. We can play this game. Or do you just want to get in the BTR and your friends take care of the problem?
Okay.
I'm losing my patience, boy. He'll cock the gun.
Yep. Yeah, I guess another command roll. We'll see how this plays out.
He's pretending to be irritated.
I know, but it's command. Oh, wow, it's even better. All right, they come. That's the rolls are the rolls. All right. I thought there'd be a fight here, but I guess not. So they pick 2 guys and then
One from the 9th and
yeah.
one from the 9th and one from the 20th.
And then the sergeant says, well, what do I tell the other captains back in that city or town?
Sounds like a you problem and not a me problem, isn't it?
Yeah, so they go, yes, sir, I'll figure it out. All right. So what are we gonna do with the other?
Well, I just want them to get into the BTR right now.
Yeah, and then I guess the 2 Russian guys with you, they don't fit in there anymore. So they have to go in the M113.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because the
You've
still
gotten
is
rid
back
of
there.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have no, it's never mind. Because 2 men are back with the still.
Right, and all of the other stuff has been moved around.
Right.
Can we
fit? There's
fit?
plenty of room. There's plenty of room in the M113
Can
now.
we fit all 10 of them between the M113 and the BTR?
But then they're not. That's not going to work. I mean, they definitely the 2. I mean, if you shot them up or whatever, but I mean, the 2 are going with you, no problem. And you can put them in the BTR, so it's really cramped and hard for them to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell your commander that I needed them to go collect from the castle. That's
And
what you
you're
can tell them.
and you
And
are Captain.
I'm Captain Volkov.
Use your old name.
Now, what name would he use?
You remember he was the executioner.
I am the executioner. You should already know who I am.
Because I didn't know you had joined us. Because comrade,
You know what?
you escaped what's going on to the northeast.
Two of these NATO creatures here. I'd like those two to polish my shoes and load up the tribute. So unshackle those two, put them in that vehicle over there, and I won't have to kill you.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you'd rather go yourself. And then you can leave the prisoners here. I don't care.
All right.
I just need two people to help outside of these two.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can't. You got 4 successes. That's like the best. It's like a 10 and a 12. Um, the prisoners are poorly fed.
I don't think he would care much about the Soviet ones, but he just wants them to pick two. Because he has a feeling that if they pick two of the NATO ones, they're probably going to be more like Americans or something like that.
Yeah, they're probably pick an American and a German guy.
Okay. We'll put them in the M113 and then the 2 Russians in the BTR with us.
Okay. All
And
right.
son, how many of you are left out there? I need to know what I'm dealing with if I'm going to come here and take command.
He says, "Well, he says, see which one.
Started as a legion. You and I both know how much is a legion, so tell me what it is now.
What are you talking about?
A legion, the 20th Tank Division in 1978 was a legion, 5,000 strong.
They're not that
I
strong.
know they're not that anymore, but
Well, this guy wouldn't. I mean, you're gonna ask him right now?
no, once we're in the BTR.
All right. Well, he tells you. Well, he points to so there's a couple. So they're out here in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
And then they point to the farmhouse. He says, "Well, the Captain Gortner is there with the second shift of us. And you're gonna make the sergeant go and tell him that you're taking us to get tribute. But you can't. He looks a little confused. But you didn't come from that city with the SC. Ch 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 ch
Chizhnishki?
ch
No.
Chechakachini.
No, because I went to the castle first and I couldn't collect the tribute. So then I had to come back here, deal with it.
Okay.
Are you calling me a liar, son?
So you see the sergeant is walking to the farmhouse. I don't know. Do you want to take off or what do you want to do? They're very confused right now. The other 8 that are out here, or 7 that are out here.
We're gonna take off
Okay.
and head back.
Yeah, you see, like there's a truck, but not there's a truck near the.
And if possible, I know Anna had stuff for like an IED. Could she have made that while we were at the castle and we could set it on the road so if they head that way, it would delay them?
Yeah, she has some that you never used. So, or did you
Yeah.
use those? She could have made
Um,
some. That's fine. She could have made some. I don't know. You want to take the time to bury it now?
well, no, I'm just thinking as we were heading up that way, before we got all the way up there, they could have stopped and put some there. Or started or whatever. But
I don't.
I'm just trying to think of a way to delay them if they try to follow us.
I mean, all they have is like a truck.
Okay, then we'll just boot scoot it out of there and back to the castle.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
You
on
don't.
the
I mean, you don't
way,
see any heavy weapons here with these guys. I mean,
yeah,
all right. So you take off. So that was 2 hours. So you can take off back towards the castle.
yeah. And while we're driving back to the castle,
Mhm.
he would talk to the one from the Soviet Ninth,
Mhm.
and he would say, you were in the Ninth Division, son?"
One. So it's one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get back to here in the evening. Yeah. I need a D6 roll from you, please.
4.
4.
I'm assuming Signe would have gotten off of the M113 and gotten into it when they took off.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was just gonna trying to figure out what's happening, but let me see if that's yeah, that's fine. Um, yeah, so as you're driving down and then you head out in that direction, say you get yeah, okay, so I guess that's the way the encounters kind of work when I draw a card and the encounter can't happen because as I'm reminding people, it is like nighttime by this time. Since you went up there and you got there probably like
Early
mid
evening.
mid evening, right? So
Yeah.
like maybe about 8 o'clock or so, and they probably had spotlights and making these poor prisoners dig for turnips or whatever or potatoes in the fields, in the kind of the cold, and they're all raggedy. So
Mhm.
who do you want information from first? I mean, definitely,
Well,
yeah,
Volkov is going to talk to the one from the Ninth first,
okay.
and he would take him out of the BTR and
Why out of the BTR? I mean, you're driving. You can and talk to them while you're. Oh, you need to
okay.
separate them. Or are you just gonna take them with you and then get to the castle and do the interrogation at the castle?
Yeah, I'm assuming we're at the castle now.
Yeah, because there is no encounter. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, the other Russian guy could just wait in the BTR while he wants to start with the Ninth, and he was going to ask him, you're obviously with the Ninth. Is that the Ninth? What division?
The ninth. It's not the same ninth that the ninth that you guys have.
No, but which one is it?
It is the here it is.
Not the mortar group,
Oh, shoot.
and it's probably not the armored division.
Yeah, they're from the ninth tanks division.
Ninth Tanks Division.
Hmm.
Tell me, son, are you serving with the 20th Tank Division now, or did you take up with them?
Well, he says the 20th tank, the 20th are guards division. They used to
They're
be a
just the
motor rifle
guards?
division. Yeah, they're they're just says they're a reserve unit, more or less.
So they don't actually have any tanks. Do you have any tanks left?
Oh, there are some.
How
Uh,
many, son?
well, he goes. Uh, he's confused. He goes, wait, because you're not getting tribute, are you? You've kidnapped us.
I have kidnapped you, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to be a very happy person.
He goes, well, because he shrugs his shoulders. He says, morale is low and several groups have already split, and some have even left towards home. as best as they can. If you have a way to get me home or something better than
How
watching
about
people
something
dig for
better?
potatoes. All right, so yeah, so he tells you, I mean, I'm still like reeling from that command. I mean, it's fine. So so he tells you they have like one BMP, three T-64s, and four T-62s.
3 T-64s and
And
two what?
four, yeah, three T-64s and four T-62s.
Okay,
And they're all like back there in this town.
okay. So that's all they have are 7 tanks and 1 BMP. What about the truck?
Oh, and six trucks.
And are these
He goes, and
gases?
then he says the colonel has pulled some T-55s from mothballs, but they don't have much ammo. Oh, there's also a battery. I don't know what this is. I'll tell you what this is. He's already he's already
Hang on just a second.
yep. He's already and he says I think they have three there might be three T-55s and a battery of a couple old SAU 122s. Those are self-propelled howitzers.
SAU 55s. Okay.
SAU 122. It's like a self-propelled 122 millimeter gun on the
Okay.
chassis of a T-34.
Okay.
They're older weapons that have been like taken out of mothballs.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
son, what's your name?
Oh man, you're gonna make me do names.
No, you don't have
Um,
to.
let's do
He's the Russian ninth. We can name him later.
no. Um, you got girl names.
I think it's probably a boy.
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yep.
Okay, Nikolai.
Mhm.
Let me tell you what's going on here. I have joined forces with the Free Krakow Coalition. We would like peace in the land where we can eat and live without having to worry. But that means I need your help to make that happen. So I can definitely offer you something better, like a residence with food and a job and protection. And all you have to do is help me turn the rest of your group into allies. What say you?
Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if he knows this. He goes, but he goes, unless the thing falls apart, I mean, you're gonna have to deal. There's a lot. He says I mean, I've counted. There's like of
Thousands of
us,
troops?
thousands of us. We spend most of our time patrolling, forcing these prisoners to work in soft-skinned vehicles, or foraging for food and other supplies, holding up for the winter probably.
So what you're saying to me, son, is you don't think that you have the ability to turn some of these guys over to us or get me in touch with somebody that would.
He says, no, but I don't want to go back.
You don't have to go back. Can stand proud here. But give me the name of someone that I can talk to. Because it'd be a crying shame that I would have to sleep quite a few of my fellow countrymen. Not really what I wish to do.
Well,
We
unfortunately,
already have we already have the 9th division with the mortar and with the arms with us in Krakow, so you could actually return to a battery that you would know, possibly friends.
Yeah, it's a different ninth though, I think.
Yeah, but they would all basically know each other. But anyways, and the one that came with us from the 20th, do you know his name?
His name is Anatoly.
Totally. Okay. I will make him the same offer as I just made you. Would you be willing to stay here right now and then return to Krakow with us in the morning?
Goes, yes, I'm willing to stay.
All right. You can think on it if you think of anything else I need to know. And I will be right back.
Okay. We talked to the other guy.
Go talk to Anatoly.
So Anatoly is actually literally he's like really young, doesn't really know much. He's just happy to.
Are you Anatoly?
He goes, yes, I'm Anatoly.
And do you have any pull on anybody in the 20th?
He goes, no, but I know things. I know what's going on.
And what do you know?
He doesn't really know numbers and stuff, but he's like more like looks at people. He says that
Mhm.
Captain Oleg, the Zampolit, I think he reports to somebody else,
Okay.
like who is not the colonel.
Not the colonel. Well, let me ask you this, Anatoly. Do you drive a tank?
No,
What do you do in the 20th?
because I can drive, but yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I gotta. Says she says he was with. So he's like because he kind of gives you like it, or one of these guys gives you history. Because the Eighth Guards Command Combined Arms Army Headquarters assured the command. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Third ACR. I don't know what that is.
Oh, while you're gathering your thoughts, Anatoly, I will tell you I will make you the same
Oh
deal
yeah.
that I
Okay.
made Nikolai. Yes?
It goes. Yes, we fought against Americans. Yeah, we fought against remnants of the American forces, and they're pretty vicious.
And NATO could be.
And then and then there's these partisans now. It's a mess, and I think it. I mean, like I said, I think the Compolit works for somebody else.
Hmm. Well, I will make you the same deal that I made Nikolai. Do you want to return to the 20th? If so, I'm gonna have to keep you as a captive. Or do you want to return with me to Krakow and join our forces there where you will be safe and fed?
He says, I'd
This
rather
is
be safe and fed.
all right. Because I may have to call on you and Nikolai to return in a couple of days, delivering a fake tribute and help get our forces in there to recruit more of you, more of the 20th to safety, because this is no way to live. Do you disagree?
Well, no, but I'm sure not everyone's going to want to
Not everybody
join.
is going to want to, but I mean, Are we not about trying to save our countrymen? As many as we
Because a
can?
lot of us want to go home.
Okay. If a lot of you want to go home, it sounds like a lot of you could come to Krakow.
And we'd rather go home and see what has happened.
I can tell you this much. Last time I was there, there's not much of home left.
I mean, oh yeah, Volkov. Yeah, maybe.
We got out of there as quickly as we could before more bombs started hitting. It's not much left. I have not been back to Siberia, but that's probably about the only thing. Kakazan is gone for the most part. There's no homes to return to. I'm sorry, Anatoly.
Yes,
My
but
own
I'd rather
family
see
was,
for myself.
if that is your wish, but I do not suggest you do that during the winter months. Stay with us during the winter months and we will work on getting you back during the summer. Do we have a deal?
Because sure.
Okay. So how do you suggest we get a hold of the ones that do not want to stay there anymore? That would like to winter down in Krakow and then return to Russia.
Because
Or
I do
at
not
least,
because I don't know. I'm just a private.
all right.
They really don't
Well,
know much.
they will
The
give,
Americans or
well, he
the
would have
American and the
given,
German.
yeah, he would have given Nikolai and Anatoly some water and rations of food to eat,
Mhm.
and they'll return to Krakow with him in the morning.
Yeah.
And now he'll go on to the American
Yeah. Well, the
and
Americans, I'll just tell you what I mean. Basically, Anna or Liam tell you what they were told.
okay.
Um, it says they have no food. He says we were given no food and they were fed poorly. In the farmhouse, they kind of rotate out the 10 that are guarding us with another 10, and there's some officer who thinks he's like the big cheese. There's food stored there also, and then we are shackled in the barn to sleep at night.
Hmm. So if we got into the barn, we could free all of you?
Because yes, but you'd have to take out, I don't know how long they're going to be there at that farm. I think they're just having us dig in abandoned farms to see if there's anything.
How many prisoners are there altogether?
I don't know.
Well, rest easy. We have many Americans, as you can see, and we have a German.
Well, yeah, Anna's German.
Yeah. And back at home base, we have some Germans.
Yeah. So I'll say the guy's ex-army.
A name?
Yeah, I'm getting. Um, his name is we have one of those. Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the German.
German. Oops. The German guy. Matteo. Matthias.
Mateo.
Matthias.
Matthias.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyle and Matthias, do you guys have ranks at all?
Um, uh, let me see. Uh, I say Matthias is a sergeant, and Kyle is a corporal.
Okay, corporal in the American Army, and the German Matthias is a German sergeant of
Yeah,
what?
a German sergeant.
Not Air Force or ground or
Yeah, the army.
okay. All right. Well, you two at least we're able to get you guys. You'll be returning to Krakow with us where we can get you taken care of with proper medical care. But perhaps you will want to fight again? I cannot promise that I can get you back to your homes or that there's even a home for you to return to, but we are doing our best to rescue you, and maybe we can get together an idea to go in and get the rest of the captives out.
He says that would be great.
All right, so I'm assuming we would get a good night's sleep and we would travel back to Krakow and report back to the FKC.
Yes.
And basically talk to the general about they're about 1,000 strong, maybe a little more. Two SAU 122 or 122, yeah. 3 T-64s, 4 T-62s, 6 trucks, 3 T-55s. They're low on ammo. They're raiding farms nearby to get food. They basically have prisoners digging for the food, and they rotate 10 troops to take
Yep.
care of them at a time.
Yep. Oh, you tell this to
The Free
Frederick?
Krakow Coalition, but
Oh,
I'm
Francis.
assuming we would have the general there and Dimitri and the rest of them
Yeah. Oh, so you're back
reporting
here.
back.
Yeah.
So it might be worth it after the salt mines, after we deal with that, to take a force up and deal with the 20th. Seeing as the 20th is really a
At
reserve
least
unit.
rescue some prisoners.
Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few, they said, from the Russian side that want to return home. Fortunately, I don't think they're going to have a home to return to. That's what's unfortunate, but that is all that I know. And I hope I did you proud, Kasha. I made friends. I got an alliance, I hope, with the castle. All we have to do is help protect them.
Yes. That's great about the castle. So
Yeah. And he would say, we met those Nazarene people, didn't we, through Rupert? Perhaps maybe they would be interested in helping us join forces to take out the 20th. And Kasha, maybe your brother-in-law can help with that too.
well, those Russians also um yeah, Cilicia would definitely be behind it for sure. But
Yeah.
what is it? Those Russians also said that the American, so on their, I guess, like in this direction,
In what direction?
and like this direct, can you see them this direction?
Okay.
All right, so from Krakow, like this direction, right? So
Okay.
probably the influence of the ninth extends. What's going on? The influence of the ninth extends, sorry, like to here, about here, right, to the environs
Okay.
of Czestochowa. Um, but then apparently, like, there's some Americans out of from this direction, right?
Yeah.
So of the third third U.S. Cavalry, apparently, based on what the NATO guys are saying, the German and
So
the
and they have horses, right?
who Cilicia does.
No, the 3rd U.S. Cavalry.
No, I mean they're an ex. They used to be a tank division, but
Okay. Alright.
I think
I
they're
mean,
in
we have to,
here. Where are they? Let me see where they're
going to
based
have
out
to
of.
call Julian and get him on board.
Yeah,
Because I
oh
know we hate the idea of fighting in the winter, but if they are this low on food and ammo, that might be our best time to hit.
yeah, they're based out of Debrosion, the U.S. guys.
Diversion.
Yeah, and they fought. I mean, probably right now. So. And they're
Mhm.
actually. Huh.
And I know we all hate fighting in the snow, but Kashin, I would be used to it. We're Russian.
Huh. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, that's good. You guys accomplished some stuff. I guess we can give Volkov the appropriate amount of XP.
Which is what, 5?
Let's see. Traveled, diffuse some situations. So like 4.
4?
He also, yeah. What's his goal?
His goal? Well,
Yeah.
whoa, no, he doesn't have that much stress. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh,
Oh, because instead of putting,
find a nice town to rule. Okay.
I put it in the wrong place. I put stress
Oh,
instead of XP. His goal, his big dream is to find a nice town to rule. And his moral code is the Polish people and Soviet desk generals can go to hell.
yeah.
But his buddy is Signy.
Right. You might have changed that to the Soviet desk generals can go to hell. He's a different opinion of NATO troops now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And the KGB. He would definitely, I would say Volkov is definitely interested in what that guy said. If the usually, sometimes the Kompolite are uh, KGB informants.
Who
So
is?
the Kompolite, that General Oleg or Captain Oleg that the guy mentioned.
Okay. Well, I guess to be continued.
Yeah, Captain Gortner, Oleg Gortner.
Yeah.
He's a Zampolite. Well, cool. Well, we got that one done, and no shoot 'em ups. I thought there were going to be a couple, but oh well.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
Salt
time.
mine is coming up.
Salt mines, yeah. Maybe those guys aren't. Well, I mean, that was an amazing couple rolls. You got 3 successes and then 4 successes to put them off guard, and then to command them to give you a couple of prisoners in a way. So
Well, that is what they were told to do, was to get tributes, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, you hit on a good like cover story, so I think that should be rewarded. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this little interlude of the recon up into the territory of the remnants of the Soviet 20th Guards Tank Division. So this is like taken from some information in both the older versions of Twilight 2000 as well as the newer versions of Twilight 2000. I try to mash them together as best I can. But of course, sometimes not everything that is said or told or that these people know is true. So, rumors and all that.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thanks, Amy, for playing, and I hope you had
Thanks
fun.
for running. Yep.
All right. And good night and good rolling.
Good night.